Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. This is Cheryl with CNC RV There Yet? And today's video we would like to share with you our travel plans for 2022. So follow us, the adventures of CNC. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment below for us on what your travel plan is for 2022.
Taking my chances along with my
So Florida is our home state and we are wintering in Florida. I guess now that we've been traveling, we are qualified as snowbirds. I have been seeing some really beautiful pictures this week on social media with all the snow up in the northeast and people making snow angels, and I think it's just beautiful. But personally, I prefer to make sand angels than snow angels. So we will probably always be wintering in Florida because we love Florida. In addition to sharing our travel plans for 2022, we also wanted to recap 2021. In 2021, we took a road trip west. We left Florida in February and we headed west along I-10 all the way to California, and then we headed north along the west coast up to Washington. We headed then east to Montana. After Montana, we started heading south again and then east until we got back to Florida. Here are some of the highlights from our trip. We loved the food in New Orleans. We actually had this dish, the oyster Rockefeller, twice. It was so delicious. We went back for the second time. After New Orleans, we spent a month in Texas. We explored different towns and cities in Texas. We love Texas. We had dinner up into the Tower of the Americas. What a great experience. New Mexico was so much fun. Our first national park was White Sands in New Mexico, and we had a blast. Weather was just perfect. On to Arizona. We were there at a good time because it wasn't very hot yet, and we did a lot of exploring all through the parks, and I just love these giant saguaros. On to Palm Springs, California. Look at these beautiful date palms, and my hubby got to enjoy golf on this beautiful course. We had so much fun exploring the town, the city of Palm Springs. Next stop, Malibu, California. This is where 2.5 Men was filmed. We were so excited to stay in Malibu. We did a lot of exploring, and we had this really great spot in an RV park overlooking the Pacific Ocean. The views were spectacular. Look at this moon. We spent a day exploring Santa Barbara and the Santa Barbara Pier. It was just beautiful, and we were so fortunate with the weather. We spent a weekend visiting San Diego, the town of La Jolla. We were fortunate enough to get a room at Torrey Pines. This was such an awesome weekend. Sequoia National Park. You just can't imagine the size of these trees unless you visit this park. This is absolutely stunning. Sonoma, California. We were fortunate enough to visit this beautiful castle, the Ledson family castle. This was such a great experience. We love Sonoma, California, and the wineries. The Redwood State Park in California has the tallest trees on earth. The sequoias are the biggest trees on earth, but the redwoods are the tallest. We spent some time in Seattle, Washington. We visited the Space Needle. This was such an awesome excursion. And in the distance, we could see Mount Rainier. We enjoyed Seattle. Glacier National Park will just take your breath away. These views are just spectacular. Even with the fires at the time, we certainly enjoyed Glacier National Park. We stayed at a vacation resort at South Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is so beautiful. We drove completely around the lake. Look at the color of this water, and it's so clear. It's absolutely beautiful. You can drink the water right out of the lake. Yellowstone National Park is over 2 million acres of just incredible beauty and wildlife. This is a must visit. It's simply spectacular. We traveled through 20 states and 10 national parks. It was an amazing adventure, like a trip of a lifetime. So we thought, how do you top a trip like that? So 2022, we thought we'd start off a little bit different, and we are heading to the Caribbean. For those of you who don't know, I come from Saba. It's a small 5 square mile island in the Dutch Caribbean. And that's going to be our first stop to visit my family, who I miss so much, and explore my tiny little island. And we'll be making some really cool videos from there. And we'll be island hopping as well and sharing our adventure with you. The second leg of our adventure in 2022 is Alaska. So originally, when we took our trip last year, we had planned to go to Alaska. We were going to travel north to Alaska, but that didn't work out. COVID has been changing plans for the last 2 years, and we're used to it now. The Canadian borders were closed, and we were not able to go through Canada to get to Alaska. So this year, in June, we will be taking a cruise to Alaska. So we'll be flying up to Seattle, and our plan is to also take a side trip to Banff National Park, because that was also on our list for 2021. After that, in the summer when we get back, we will be heading up the East Coast. I always say we have a plan without a plan, and that's kind of our plan without a plan. We'll be heading up the East Coast, probably as far as Canada to the Niagara Falls, visiting the northeastern states, and then working our way back down along the coast. So that is our plan in a nutshell for 2022. The adventures of C&C. So let us know what your plan is. If you're a full-time RVer, let us know if you're doing a road trip or what your travel plan is. If you're not an RVer, let us know what your travel plans are for 2022. And we will see you on the road or in the air.